Om Sai Ram. This is a reading of the Vishnu Sahasranama, and this is being read from a book by Swami Chinmayananda called A Thousand Ways to the Transcendental. In each chapter, I'll be reading 50 of these glorious names of the Lord Vishnu, along with possible meanings and implications of each name. Number 701, Satta. There is nothing in the universe that is comparable to the Lord, and therefore remains ever the same. Number 702, Sadbhuti, one who has rich glory. The term glory means wealth, power, and happiness, or one who has taken different kinds of incarnations, exhibiting in all of them the glory of the Supreme. So immeasurable is the Lord's glory that even all these splendors scarcely reveal his divine might. Even the Devas do not know him, and the yogis only perceive him in meditation. Number 703, Satparayana, the supreme goal for the good, who pursue the path of truth. Here the good means those who are the knowers of the Brahman. Number 704, Shurasena, one who has heroic and valiant armies. The incarnations as Rama and Krishna are indicated here, in whose armies there were valiant people like Hanuman and Lakshmana, Arjuna, Bhima, and others. Number 705, Yadushreshta, the best among the Yadava clan. The glory of the Yadavas, Lord Krishna, was an incarnation of Sri Hari. Number 706, Shanivasa, the abode of the good. The great souls of realization come to live in him, the self. Drowned in God consciousness, they beam out from that abode their divinity. Bhagwan in the Gita says, "My devotee, thus realizing the truth seated in the heart of all, enters into my being." Number 707, Suyamuna, one who is attended by the righteous Yamunas, meaning Gopas who live on the Yamuna's banks. In a metaphysical sense, these Gopas are not the keepers of cows, but the keepers of the sacred milk of knowledge, that is, the Upanishads. Number 708, Bhutavasa, the very dwelling place of the great elements. Since the beings or elements dwell in you, you are called Bhutavasa. Says Harivamsha, Bhagwan himself says in the Gita, "I am the source of all creation." Therefore, he is also called Bhutayoni. Number 709, Vasudeva, one who envelops the world with his Maya powers of veiling and agitations. The Lord discloses, "I pervade the whole world with my glory as the sun with its rays." Number 710, Sarvasunilaya, the abode of all life energies, one who is the very substratum for life and the existence of all creatures. He is the self, the life in all of us, and therefore he is the very support for the prana in each living creature. Number 711, Anala, one who is of unlimited wealth, power, and glory. There is no boundary for his glory. There is no limit for his greatness, as he is, by his nature, beyond all and all-pervasive. Of my divine glory there is no end, Bhagwan himself reveals to Arjuna. Number 712, Darpaha, the destroyer of pride in evil-minded people. He easily curbed the pride of Indra and others by lifting the mountain and protecting the cows on the banks of the Yamuna. Number 713, Darpada, one who gives pride to the righteous, meaning one who creates in the good an anxious urge to be the best among the righteous and virtuous. This pride is their protection from compromising in even a small way in any act. This is a positive pride of the higher order. There is also a reading of Adarpa when the meaning would be one who never allows his devotees to become proud. In this way, devotees who totally surrender unto him all their virtues, acting purely as his agents, are freed by him from the bondage of spiritual pride. For such pride, resulting from a preponderance of sattva guna and sense of doership, would make them vainglorious of their goodness. Number 714, Dripta, one who is ever drunk with the infinite bliss of his own essential nature as Satchit Ananda. Number 715, Durdara, the object of contemplation, which is indeed very difficult to attain. The one who is realized by yogis through arduous processes of intense single-pointed contemplation. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita admits, "Greater is the trouble whose minds are set on the unmanifest. For the goal, the unmanifest, is very hard for the embodied to reach." Number 716, Aparajita, the unvanquished or never conquered. For conquering is of objects. The subject can never be conquered. This being the reality in all, the senses, mind, etc., including the faculties, can never reach or conquer him. Even when the mighty senses and the terrible asuras fight against it, still these overwhelming powers of desires and passions can never vanquish the self, the divine Narayana. Number 717, Vishwamurti, of the form of the entire universe. The Lord is everything created, so his form is called Vishwarupa. The total gross form of the universe together represents his gross form divine. Number 718, Mahamurti, the great form divine of the Lord, as he reclines upon the Shesha couch as the very support for the Creator to bring into existence the universe of forms and plurality. The entire universe and the Creator of the universe are but an aspect of Sri Narayana, the Supreme Self. Number 719, Deepta Murti, of the resplendent form. As consciousness, he is ever bright and fully effulgent, illumining all experiences at all times. Sanjaya reports, if the splendor of 1,000 suns were to blaze out at once in the sky, that would be like the splendor of that mighty being. Number 720, Amurtiman, having no form. Though he is described above as Deepta Murti, of the resplendent form, Mahamurti, of great form, Vishwamurti, of the universal form, he has in reality no form. Amurtiman. He pervades all, but nothing limits him. The limited alone has a form. The unlimited, like space, has no form. The infinite Brahman, being so subtle, subtler than the subtlest, Sri Narayana, as the self in all, allows everything to remain in him, but he is not conditioned by any one of them ever. Number 721, Aneka Murti, multi-formed, one who has himself become the world of varieties of forms, who has himself taken the various incarnations in order to help the world of beings to evolve quicker and fuller. Number 722, Avyakta, unmanifest. Things are called manifest when they can be perceived by the sense organs. As the self, the consciousness in us, Sri Hari is the very faculty of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching in the 5 sense organs. Since he is the very subject, he cannot at the same time be the object of the sense organs. Hence, he cannot be defined or described. Number 723, Satmurti, of myriad forms. Even though consciousness, like light, has no form of its own, all thought and the thought-projected world of infinite forms are illumined by the Supreme. Therefore, the Self, functioning through the fluctuations of the restless mind, creates the illusion of forms. All those forms are his, just as all dream forms are created by the waker's mind. Number 724, Satanana, many-faced. Because he is of the universal form, all faces are his. Hands and feet everywhere, with heads and mouths everywhere, his ears everywhere, stands the Lord enveloping all. Number 725, Eka, the one without a second. As the infinite is without any of the 3 distinctions, he, Sri Narayana, the Brahman, can only be the one without any otherness. Number 726, Naika, the many, one who, though the supreme, yet plays in the bosom of all the living creatures. Just as we are one entity, but our thoughts are many, the supreme consciousness, Sri Narayana, though the supreme, his reflections as jivas play in all mind-intellect equipment. Because of this, he is thus seen to be manifested in the world of plurality. He is not one. Again, the one is a definition, a quality. The Lord is indefinable, qualityless. Hence, after making the student grasp that he is the one where the pluralities are all merged, the teacher is immediately pointing out that he is not even one. To conceive the one is to conceive the truth with our intellect. He is to be experienced on transcending the intellect. The one has a meaning only with reference to the many. The one is a relative statement. To show that the infinite is to be experienced by the becoming and not by knowing, the teacher has negated not even one. The Shruti says, the Lord sports with many forms by his Maya. Numbers 727, Sava, he who is of the nature of the Sava, or sacrifice. The sacrifice in which the soma juice is squeezed out is called Sava. Number 728, Ka, happiness, one who is of the nature of bliss. Since he transcends the body, mind, intellect, equipment, which are the seat of sorrow, in him there can only be bliss. Or Ka means a question. He who is ever a question without an answer to the human intellect. He who can be experienced only on transcending the intellect and not apprehended through intellection. Number 729, Kim, what? Since the Lord is the final goal to be reached, he is the one who is to be inquired into or diligently sought through constant questioning upon what is his nature. Also, because the truth is realized through this process of inquiry and discrimination, the final goal of all the what, or inquiring after the Lord, is termed here as what. Number 730, Yat, which. The pronoun yat means that which is self-existent. Hence, in the Upanishads, we find the usage of this term frequently. It may also be noted that the pronoun which denotes an already existing object. Thus, the self-existence of the supreme reality, independent of the existence and non-existence of things in the world, is indicated when Lord Sri Hari is termed as which. Number 731, Tat. The supreme is indicated by this term in all the Upanishadic literature, and one of the Mahavakya states that thou art. Here, that means the truth that is not comprehended now, but is to be apprehended through listening to the teacher. Reflections upon what you have heard and meditation. In the Gita, Bhagwan says, Om Tat Sat are the three designations of Brahman. Or again, the term Tat can mean that which expands all the world of plurality. Number 732, Padam Anuttamam, the unequaled state of perfection, the supreme state of truth. Lord Vishnu is the way and the goal and the very pilgrimage. There is none higher than him. Number 733, Loka Bandhu, friend of the world. Everyone is inextricably bound to him in his love infinite, and he is the father to all. Since there is no well-wisher or friend dearer than one's own father, he is the one unfailing for the uplift of the world whenever the creatures come to suffer sorrows created by their own immoral negative ways. Number 734, Lokanatha, one who is the Lord of the world, or one who is solicited by the world of beings for the fulfillment of all their desires and needs. Or it also means one who adds glory to the world. There are also interpretations for the term Nath, which express shines praised by or loved by. In all these different meanings, Sri Hari is described as the Lord of the world, Lokanatha. Number 735, Madhava, one who was born in the family of Madhu. The Vaishakha month is called the Madhava month because the Lord is the spirit of beauty behind the spring and its regal lush. Number 736, Bhakta Vatsala, one whose love for the devotees knows no bounds. He is ever merciful and endlessly kind towards his devotees. Number 737, Suvarna Varna, golden colored. Sri Narayana is golden colored, for he is, in the devotee, the pure self, and in all, he is the very all-illumining pure awareness. The Mundaka Upanishad declares, when the seer sees him of golden hue, a upon witnessing the self-effulgent being, the seer's realization is completely transforming, and then that wise one, shaking off all deeds of merits and demerits, becomes stainless and attains the supreme state of equipoise. Number 738, Hemanga, one who has limbs of gold. The description of the Lord functioning through the orb of the sun is well known. Hiranmaya, of pure golden form. The Shruti states, this golden person seen in the disk of the sun. The same Upanishad insists further that the mind is Brahman and the sun is Brahman. The Lord Hari, as the infinite Brahman, plays in the sun. Thus, the term is most appropriate. Number 739, Varanga, with beautiful limbs. Also, Vara can take the meaning lovable. Therefore, Sri Narayana is described here as one whose form is supremely lovable to the yogi of devotion. Number 740, Chandana Angadi. This is made up of two terms, joy-giving, Chandana, and armlets, or Angada. Thus, the phrase means one who has attractive armlets. It can also be used as describing one who is smeared with sandal. Number 741, Viraha, the destroyer of the valiant heroes, in order to uphold righteousness. In order to uphold righteousness, Lord Hari takes his incarnations and destroys the intrepid and daring asuras in battle. Again, it may be interpreted as one who destroys the powerful and mighty forces of likes and dislikes, dvandva, pairs of opposites, the hosts of our own negativities in our hearts. Number 742, Vishma, unequaled. Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita estimates his experience of the Lord's cosmic form and says, no one exists who is equal to you. How can there be then another superior to you in the three worlds, O being of unequaled power? Number 743, Shunya, the void. Here the void means the total absence of the equipment of experiences, the body, mind, intellect, the fields of experiences, the objects, emotions and thoughts, the experiencer attitudes, the perceiver, feeler, thinker, personality. In the Brahman, the pure consciousness, all these three are totally absent as the devotee of Hari transcends them all. So the Lord, in his infinite nature, is without attributes. Seemingly then, he is the void. This is not non-existence of the Buddhists. This is the pure existence without the object, emotion, thought world. That is the self, Sri Narayana. Number 744, Gritashi, one who has no need for any good wishes from anyone. The infinite Lord, perfect and transcendental, has no need for any of the objects of the world to make him complete, since the state of incompleteness is indeed the springboard for all desires to gush forth. It can also mean one who has eaten away the ghee stolen from the cowherds' storerooms in Vrindavan. Number 745, Achala, the non-moving. Either it can signify one who never falls and therefore does not move away from his own infinite nature, or it may mean that since the Lord is all-pervading, he cannot move as he is present everywhere. Number 746, Chala, moving. By the juxtaposition of these two opposite qualities, we are reminded that the apparent world of plurality that constitutes the realm of change is also nothing other than the immovable Atma, interpreted through our personal equipment of experiences. Unconditioned by the body, mind and intellect, the Lord in his infinitude is motionless, but as conditioned by the vehicles, he apparently seems to move. We have already explained this relationship earlier. It is something like a traveler, though himself sleeping, is able to travel all night since he is conditioned by the vehicle which carries him. Number 747, Amani, one who has no false vanity. Since he knows his own real divine nature, he has no false identifications with the equipment that is not the self, such as the flesh, the emotions, or the thought. Number 748, Manada, one who gives or causes by his Maya the false identification with the body. The Sanskrit term Mana can also mean honor, and therefore Manada can mean one who honors all his true devotees. The root Da in Sanskrit means blasting, and therefore the same term can also mean one who blasts all false notions from the bosom of his devotees. Number 749, Manya, one who is to be honored. He is the most worshipful as he is the very material cause for the world of plurality. Bhagwan Shankara says, if he who has realized the Supreme is so blessed and to be honored in this world, how much more worshipful is the Lord, who is the very substratum and support of the whole universe, and by whom all are blessed and inspired to gain their experiences in the world of things and beings. Number 750, Loka Swami, Lord of the universe. Here the word Loka in Sanskrit means field of experience. The one who is the controller, director, the lord and governor of all fields of experiences of all living creatures at all times everywhere is the consciousness that illumines matter. Therefore, the term Lokaswami is extremely appropriate. Om Sai Ram, and this brings us to the end of names 701 through 750 of the Vishnu Sahasranama.